The following is a presentation of WBON TV Sports and Wallingford Media Group. Welcome to the High School Football Game of the Week from WBONTV.com Sports. The High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair, Richmond, Kentucky Tourism, CT Diesel Performance, Renfro's Collision, White & Associates CPAs, Madison Drug, Hometown Dental, Batteries Unlimited, Gateway Cycles, Realty World, Hometown Clinic, Apollo Pizza, Kentucky Farm Bureau, Raider, Mayo, and Hornsby, CSEPPrepareKY.com, and Jack Burford Chevrolet.
On your TV as well, but you can actually see Avery and myself right now on the Gateway Cycles broadcast booth. You can welcome into the Gateway Cycles broadcast booth. Gateway Cycles is located in Mount Sterling. When it's time to choose your next ride, visit gatewaycycles.com. And always making us look good, Randy Rosenbaum doing the best he can. I'm sure Avery and I aren't the prettiest guys to look at, but we welcome you in, guys. And I don't expect this game to be pretty. Speaking of, I don't expect this game to be pretty. I mean, these two teams, it's a huge rivalry, and we know what's at stake. We talked to both coaches earlier this week. We had those interviews for you coming up here in just a moment. As Samantha Burford talked to John Clark and Mark Centers, the two coaches of these two teams, and they understand what is at stake. The Indians come in with a 1-2 record on the season after dropping a 24-15 decision last week in the Doc Sipple Bowl against a very good Pulaski Southwestern team. Southern comes into this game 2-1 with wins over Garrett County and Bourbon County. And, of course, the Eagles have won consecutive 5A district championships. D1 level recruits Nate Eade, Trey Livinggood, and Carter Smith highlight a strong senior class that is looking to lead Southern deep into the playoffs this year. However, the rumor is two of those guys going to be out this week. Carter Smith, obviously the #1 player for Madison Southern, but Trey Livinggood, who is a Marshall recruit, he's already, I believe, he's at least committed to Marshall. He is out tonight, going to be out for a couple of weeks. And Nate Eads, I believe what I last heard Hugh Davis say was that he was going to be playing defense but not offense tonight. So we're going to try to just save him for the defensive side of the football. So that takes a lot of speed away, takes a lot of talent away. If you take Livinggood and Eads away from the Southern football team, the load will be placed on Carter Smith and Landon Stacy to carry the offense for the Eagles. Yeah, for sure, and kudos to Coach Clark for doing that, realizing that both of those kids, although this is a big game for them, still realizing keeping their future in mind. Yeah. So sidelining Eads on the offensive side of the ball, which you know he probably doesn't want. It's his senior year. He wants to play in this game in any way he can. But keeping their best interest in mind, getting their adequate rest to make sure their injuries are fully healed before they're back on the field. So that's awesome. But losing those two players in this game really does benefit the Indians. Yeah. You are listening to the CT Diesel Performance pregame show here on WBONTV.com. Take a short 3-minute commercial break. Guys, when we come back, we'll talk to John Clark and Mark Centers back in 3 minutes here on the the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting, and you can watch us live on WBONTV.com.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then, in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
New Silverados cost less at Jack Burford Chevrolet.
We have rugged ones, we have stock shiny ones, we sell pretty ones, and we have Silverados for the fan in all of us. And Chevy trucks are just as smart as they are strong, offering Chevrolet MyLink, wireless charging, and 4G LTE Wi-Fi. Check out our new truck inventory online at jackburford.com.
Jack Burford Chevrolet,
where Chevys cost less.
Readers of the Richmond Register, keep voting Apollo Pizza the best pizza in Madison County. Why? Because Apollo Pizza is delicious, that's why. But Apollo serves more than delicious handmade pizza. Mixed green salads, hot subs, and hoagies, boneless wings, and amazing baked pasta. Dine in at 228 South 2nd Street or get carry-out and delivery in northern Madison County at 3325 Colonel Road. After the game or anytime, visit Madison County's home for handmade pizza for over 30 years, Apollo Pizza.
Since 1996, Renfro's Collision has been one of Central Kentucky's most trusted collision repair facilities, handling everything from small dings and dents to major collision damage. And now, with a very ultra-modern facility equipped with the latest technology and staffed with iCar Gold certified technicians, Renfro's accepts insurance from all companies and works for you, not them. So the next time you need collision repair, choose Renfro's. We've got the training, reputation, and the equipment to repair your vehicle properly and to protect your family should another accident occur.
Visit Richmond, Kentucky. Stay overnight, stay 2 nights, or a whole week. Plenty to do, plenty of room. Make Richmond your base camp for the greatest sights in Central Kentucky. Find out more. Visit richmondkytourism.com or download the Richmond Tourism app.
If you're a guy or gal that likes to ride free and play hard, then you need to stop by Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling. Gateway Cycles has the largest showroom in Central Kentucky, full of all kinds of motorcycles, ATVs, dirt bikes, and side-by-sides, from street to sport, blacktop to gravel, and woods to the mud trails, and youth to adult at the best prices, friendly sales staff, and certified factory service department. Gateway has it all. If you're looking for the largest selection, head to Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or at gatewaycycles.com.
Welcome back into the CT Diesel Performance pregame show, guys. CT Diesel Performance is a full-service repair shop for any type of auto and gas vehicle. You can like them on Facebook for monthly specials and find out more at ctdiesel.us. Again, Chris Thorne, the owner of CT Diesel Performance, is a native of Berea, went to Madison Southern, and he's ready for this football game tonight as the Eagles and Indians square off in a big-time rivalry. As you can see on our shot, a big crowd on hand across the way. Austin Hanks doing a really good job of getting the folks over on the southern side on camera. And we're having a big football game tonight, guys. Eagles, Indians, and Madison Central and Madison Southern have met 7 times previously, with the Indians leading the all-time series 5-2. Last year's matchup was a close one in Berea, 28-14 in favor of the Indians. And Avery, the two coaches actually had to move this game a little bit into the season. The last couple of years it had been the final game of the year, now playing in what is the 4th game for each school. So not sure the difference that will play, but I think it will play some kind of a different kind of role for these two schools, because you know, in that last game, it's such a big game. Then you're going into playoffs the following week. If you lose, it could really mess with your psyche. So I like moving it into earlier on in the year.
Yeah, I like moving it into, but at the same time, it's going to be different, especially from a kind of a spectator part. Both teams that playing at the end of the year, we've kind of gotten used to, okay, well, we're seeing the best Central team and the best Eagle, like the best they had been over the entirety of the season. We've seen all the pieces come together. Now who's going to win? And now it's more like they're still kind of going through growing pains on both sides.
Exactly.
So it's going to be nice to have a game of this magnitude right there in the middle of the season. You get to test your teams right there and kind of figure out where everyone's heart is.
We've got our coaches interview coming up here in just a second. Apollo's Pizza coaches interview, voted Richmond Register's best pizza in town for over 35 years, guys. It's always been Apollo's Pizza, and it's a good place to go after the football game. I'm sure either one of these two teams, if they pick up the victory tonight, would love to stop by Apollo's and celebrate a big win with a nice chuck wagon, big old pizza from Apollo's Pizza. You can check them out downtown Richmond. But Avery, I honestly think when you look at these two schools, the quarterback that plays the best, I think his team will win this football game. Whether it's Landon Stacy or Derek Miller, both those guys have the talent. And Stacy's played really good the last couple of weeks for Madison Southern. We know about the other players. You got Ethan Hahn for Central and Antoine Wolford, who's really good. Knuckles has stepped up big for the Eagles, and everybody knows about Carter Smith. But I really believe the quarterback that plays better for his team will solidify a victory for his team.
Yeah, no, I think you're completely right. Derek Miller is going to have to hit some guys in stride, open the field up for the running game, maybe hit a few big plays to Ethan Hahn. Antoine Wolford, both of those guys have that huge playmaking ability. And Landon Stacy's going to have to be the senior leader that he's supposed to be. He's going to have to dominate this game mentally and physically when it comes to running his offense. Obviously, it's coming in from the coaches, but at the same time, he's got to understand where he needs to put the ball and the right places to go for a big shot, or okay, just take 3 with my legs here. So he's got to be really smart, I think.
It is now time for our Apollo's Pizza Coaches Interview. Again, voted Richmond Register's best pizza in town for over 35 years. It's always been Apollo's Pizza. Here is Samantha Burford with John Clark and Mark Centers.
Give us your overall game plan for this coming Friday night. It's not a secret, I'm sure.
Yeah, our game plan is to win. The big thing for us, I mean, last year we were in this game, we turned the ball over 4 times. We can't turn the ball over, and you can't turn the ball over against a sound team. I feel like watching these guys, I think this is one of Coach Center's best coached teams since he's been at Central. Garrett, when we played them, I always felt they were very disciplined and well coached. This team has that about them. They're not going to make a ton of mistakes. They do what they do well. So we can't give them the ball back. We've got to protect the football.
Yeah, you're going to have to stop Ethan Hahn, Holberg. What are your thoughts defensively, how you're going to stop those?
They've got some playmakers. They've got good speed, but I think speed's one of the strengths of our defense as well. So it'll be interesting to see. I think we've got some good players. They've got some good players. You know what they're going to do. You just have to stop it, and that's how his teams always were at Garrett County. Is you know what we're going to do. You've got to stop us, and they're good at what they do, so you do have to stop them. If you look at the games they've played, they've had some big plays on good teams. They're going to make big plays. You can't get too discouraged when they do, because they've got some really good playmakers. And I like their quarterback. He's got a strong arm. He tends to throw the ball deep. They don't throw it. They're a run-heavy team, but when they do throw it, they can take shots on you with their speed and with his arm.
Yeah, and special teams, anything different? I know you've got a new kicker this year.
Yeah, I feel like our special teams has been pretty good right now. It's getting better every week. We want to always try to progress special teams like we do offensive and defensively. It's always hard to get kids to buy into special teams in high school if they don't feel it's important. Coach Colbert does a great job of getting our guys to do that. And I thought last week was one of our better special teams games.
Yeah. Anything else that we're missing before we let you go?
No, I think people need to come out and watch this football game. This is obviously turning into a good rivalry. It's going to be a smash mouth game. It's going to be, kids from their backyard playing hard against each other, and I love it. I'm excited to watch the 2 teams play Friday.
Yeah, it should be great. As a fan and media, it should be a lot of fun. I think hopefully there's some good trash talking, but good, clean fun.
And there's going to be a lot of speed in this football game. There's some good players on the field when these 2 teams meet. So I'm excited for the fans to get a chance to see that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right, make sure you go watch. I'm Samantha Burford with Coach Clark on WBONTV.com. Now, a lot of these kids have played ball together over the years, whether it be middle school, youth leagues. Any trash talking going on this week?
I'm not aware of any. Honestly, for the first time in several years, that's something that I guess a couple years ago we had to kind of quieten down a little bit, and last year it wasn't too bad, but I'm sure there was some banter back and forth, and at this point, I think both teams are pretty focused on the game, which I think also shows you that both of these senior groups, like you mentioned, they've competed against each other for a long time, but also they are pretty veteran groups, as far as their leadership roles on the team and things go. So, hopefully, at least from our side, we're focusing on what matters, and that's getting ready for Friday night.
You have to be happy that this has got to be a home game, hoping that the fans turn out to support.
Well, we're always happy to be playing here. There's no question about it. I mean, we got one of the finest facilities in the state, and when we host the Roy Kidd Bowl and host a lot of middle school bowls and things like that, and we know we're blessed with our facility, and it's something we take a lot of pride in, and hopefully we do a good job of defending the home turf. It's definitely a big piece of the puzzle, and we know that they're gonna come here wanting to take one from us the way we were able to take one from them at their place last year. So,
a little revengeful.
Yeah, there's no question that's going to be on a lot of people's minds. So, this is a great test. I've mentioned it before. I think I probably mention it every time we play. It's a great rivalry. It's a necessary rivalry. It's good for our county. It's good for football in our county. But the best thing about this thing is, at about 10:30 Friday night, we can kind of root for each other, and I hope they do great in 5A, and hopefully they're pulling for us in 6A.
This game's a little earlier than it typically is. Usually it's at the end of the season.
It is. You know, we had the 2-year cycle there with the game being week 10, and I really like the game being in week 10. Our freshman and JV programs still play the last week of the regular season, which I personally really like, and I believe Coach Clark did too. But, you know, our athletic directors felt like the game needed to be moved back, you know, closer to the beginning of the season, back into September. And, you know, certainly we have, it appears that we're going to have phenomenal weather.
Football weather.
Yeah, absolutely. That can't hurt anything. Yeah. And, you know, with it being, you know, the weekend after Labor Day, and, you know, not, you know, to the best of my knowledge, there's absolutely no reason why anybody wouldn't be out of here at this football game Friday night. Yeah. It's going to be the place to be.
And with it being a little earlier in the season, hopefully you've got more players, less hurt, less injured.
Yeah, well, I hope so. You know, we've been battling some bumps and bruises for a while, and some kids are banged up here and there. But, you know, we're there. Everybody that we've got, with the exception of a couple of our young sophomores who've had to have knee surgery, everybody that we got's pretty well game time decisions. So we should be okay. And you know, hopefully for those guys they are too, because, you know, I mean, this is a big game, and especially for those seniors, you know, it's a very important game for our guys and theirs, and you know, we want it to be a special game, and you know, have all the pomp and circumstance, if you want to call it that it deserves. But you know, it is just one game, and once it's over, we've all got to focus on district.
That's right. All right, Coach, thank you very much. Good luck Friday night.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, and I'm Samantha Burford here with head coach of the Madison Central Indians football team for WBONTV.com.
You've been listening to the CT Diesel Performance pregame show. You can like them on Facebook or check out ctdiesel.us. And your game ball delivery is brought to you by Madison Drug in Richmond. Take the hassle out of picking up your prescription with free delivery from Madison Drug. The Eagles of Madison Southern won the toss and elected to defer. The Indians will return it wearing the red home uniforms and the red pants tonight. Blue helmet with the Indian Navajo chop symbol on the side. And back to return for the Indians is Ethan Hahn and Antoine Warford for Madison Central. Carter Smith will kick it off. Warford will get a chance to return. He's cut off by an up man. That's Levi Gaskins. Muffed it. Gone back to get it is Gaskins. Levi's got a big hole. Levi Gaskins, after a flag comes in, Gaskins is going to take it all the way to the 45-yard line before being brought down from behind. There was a hold on the play. That one will come back, but Levi Gaskins, a huge return for Madison Central, and we believe it will come back. I saw a hold early on that one, and there's 2 flags actually on the play.
And Gaskins, once he realized that he dropped it, he said, if I don't get a big return right here, I'm getting fussed at. he made sure he ended up cashing in there.
Let's check the flags. Block in the back against the return team, and they offset. Wow. Offsetting penalties will set up Madison Central with excellent field position at the Eagles' 42-yard line. What a way to start the game, Avery Collier.
Yeah, no better way than to start with fantastic field position. Can really get your offense into a rhythm. You're starting at the 50, get out here, or past the 50 on the 40, so just get out here, run a few plays.
Oh, they're going to re-kick.
Huh.
So scratch that. They're going to re-kick. Offsetting penalties will re-kick up. So we took 15 seconds off the clock with that return, and now going back to return again is Hahn and Warford. And the up men are Ben Snap and Levi Gaskins, who stand at the 25-yard line. Warford and Hahn at their own 7. And Carter Smith will kick off for the second time to start this football game. Eagles going left to right, Indians right to left. Eagles with the white road uniforms, white pants, and a white helmet. This one will be returnable by Warford from the 13. Antoine going to cut it back the left side and be brought down to the 25-yard line. Not what they would have liked to have got, but 25-yard line is still pretty good field position for this Madison Central offense.
Yeah, no, the Eagles kind of won that affair right there. Starting at the 25 compared to the Eagles' own 40 is going to be completely different. Good job right there by the special teams, making sure that they got the ball carrier wrapped up and brought down. So really looking to see if Derek Miller can find a little quick dump off to get into rhythm.
Gavin Holberg behind him in the pistol. 2 receivers each way for Derek Miller. Dillon and Hahn to his left. To his right, Warford and Evan Harris. Derek Miller, I love these red uniforms for the Indians. White numbers, white letters outlined in the royal blue. Take the handoff, give it to Holberg. Holberg up the middle. Gavin's got a big gain across the 30 to the 32-yard line and tackled by number 32, Alex Knuckles. We're going to be saying his name a lot on both sides of the football, and Knuckles comes up to make the tackle.
Eagles did a great job right there, run defense-wise. Holberg, though, just really explosive.
Yeah.
Runs downhill the entire time, loves to initiate contact with the defense.
Indians have that thunder lightning kind of runners with Warford and Hahn being the speed and Holberg being the power. And off again to Gavin Holberg. Finds a good hole, has a first down, runs into a gang of tacklers. A nice run by Gavin Holberg and a nice job of that offensive line to create the hole. Tackle made by number 61, Daniel Cobb of Madison Southern. But it will be a new set of downs for Madison Central. And speaking of power runners, Freddie Chenault checks in, and Gavin Holberg will get a quick breather after two pickups, or after two carries on first and second down.
Yeah, no, Holberg was a perfect example. You said he was a power runner.
Player is down for Madison Southern. But yeah, Holberg, you talked about the power running style. He's got that for sure.
No, he didn't. You saw it there. As soon as he hit that gap, he was initiating, the defense initiated contact with him. He just continued to grind his legs. Like the good old Marshall Falk always said, just keep them legs turning.
Player down, can't see a number. There's a lot of players out for Madison Southern tonight. Obviously, Trey Livingood being the big name. Isaiah Buttry out, Justin Banks, Levi Howard, Caden Layton is also out, and then Nathaniel Eads, the guy who's only going to get to play defense tonight. So a lot of injuries piling up for Madison Southern, and we're just in week 4 of the season. I know John Clark and Mark Centers the same would not make any excuses for their team if they were to lose this ball game, but it's hard to win when your best players are sitting over there on the sidelines with you.
Yeah, and it seems like when we get to these matchups,
if that's number 9, that's Landon Stacy. It's 8. That's Zachary Howard. So Zach Howard is the player that was injured. He is walking off on his own power. That's good to see. And Madison Central will come out 1st and 10 from the right hash mark. Derek Miller getting the play call from the sideline. He'll run up to the huddle. Zachary Howard going to go off for a quick checkup with the trainer and hopefully get him back out there. Miller will have Chenault behind him. He'll go up under center. Tight end on each side. Hahn and Harris the wide receivers, and Miller will throw. Quick out to Hahn. Hahn tried to dive and make the catch, incomplete, and Miller that time just not enough on the throw, incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Nice drop back there by Miller. What I liked is it looks like he had time. He didn't have to rush his throw low, but it's early.
Yeah. A lot of hype in this football game. You know Miller going to settle down eventually, and Derek Miller is the kind of player you want on your football team. Tons of potential, but it's untapped right now. Coach Center's trying to get him in the right mechanics and allow this young man to blossom. It's in Warford in motion. Give it to him. Antoine's got a hole. And that closes up quickly. Good defense by the Eagles. A gain of 3 or 4 for Antoine Warford. I see Hunter Richardson in on the tackle for Madison Southern and a host of others. 3rd down and 6 on the way for the Indians.
Hunter Richardson, the defensive stud on the Eagles defense. He just has a nose for the ball, really does good at just being wherever their action is.
Right, every day you see a wide receiver on offense play defensive end on defense, but Hunter Richardson doing just that. A lot of speed, a lot of power at that wide receiver and the defensive end position. Miller up under center on 3rd and long. He will throw. He will throw over the head of Cody Dillon, incomplete. 4th down on the way, and Derek Miller starts 0 of 2, Avery. Not the start you want if you're the Indians quarterback. That'll bring up 4th down, and the Indians are forced to punt. But got a nice first down. Gavin Holberg started the game off with back-to-back carries, but after that you go 3 straight plays, 2 incomplete passes by Derek Miller, and now Cox will punt. Back to return is number 10, Clay Tinsley, the sophomore, and this kid can absolutely take off with it. He's got all kinds of speed. Cox gets a good punt off, end over end. Tinsley will let it go, and that one will take a Eagles bounce and just die right there at the 25-yard line. Indians started the game off at their own 25-yard line. Picked up one first down before the drive stalled. Now the Eagles will return the favorite from their own 25-yard line. Ball spotted on the right hash mark. And they're actually going to mark this just across the 25 at the 26-yard line. So it will be 1st and 10 Eagles from their own 26. Landon Stacy, our first look at him this evening.
And big things expected out of Landon Stacy early in this game.
Stacy with 2 receivers left. Tied into the left side as well. 1 receiver right. Stacy sends a man in motion. That is Richardson. Fakes it to him, gives it to Smith up the middle. Carter Smith gains about 3 up to the 29-yard line. 2nd down and 7 on the way. Levi Gaskins in on the tackle, and Levi Gaskins, one of those guys, all kinds of speed, kind of like Hunter Richardson, actually wear the same number. Can play the wide receiver position if needed for Madison Central. Stacy with the fake snap, now looks over to the sideline to get the play call. It will be 2nd down and 7. We're just underway here at Madison Central in the showdown between Madison Southern and the Indians of Madison Central. Stacy going to throw it left. Pass is complete to Knuckles. Snap is there. Knuckles the stiff arm. That's Zeke Benton on the reception, excuse me, not Alex Knuckles, but Benton up to the 32-yard line for another pickup of 3 yards, 3rd down and 4.
And Ben Snap did a great job right there. Wide receiver screen for him. He shed the blocker and initiated contact, maybe 2 or 3 steps after the receiver had caught the ball.
So 3rd and 4 for Landon Stacy. 2 receivers right. Tailback is Carter Smith. He'll take the snap. Going to fake it. Throw it right side. Led his receiver. And a pass is complete to Benton, who picks up a 1st down.
And that was a really nice move by Benton because Landon Stacy set him up to get crushed.
Yeah. Led him about 3 yards, and Benton goes after it, makes the catch, and just barely squeaks by Humphrey. Possibly could have been the interception, but turns into a 1st down for the Eagles. Now power I formation. Benton is the deep back. Carter Smith the fullback. Stacy under center. He'll give it to Smith, and Carter Smith goes nowhere. He'll get a yard, and that's it. Carter Smith, one of the best players in the state, in all honesty, one of the most underrated players in the state.
Yeah, Carter Smith is very talented.
Gains 1.5 yards. So 2nd down and a long 8 for the Eagles. Same formation, 2 receivers left, 1 tight end on each side. And I formation with Smith as the fullback and Benton dotting the I of the I formation. Stacy taking his time on the snap. Going to roll out left side and throw. Pass is complete. And a 1st down. That time, Hunter Richardson on the reception down the left sideline. And a nice job. I'll tell you what, the Eagles moving the ball down the field. 2nd 1st down of this drive.
Early in the game, the Eagles offense looks like a well-oiled machine. They know exactly what they're trying to do, and they're executing it very well.
And not doing anything too hard. They're just making their plays.
Taking
6 yards here, 4 yards there, and a 1st down.
Beautiful.
Stacy is 3 of 3, whereas Miller for the Indians 0 of 2. And I believe we've got a quick timeout by Mark Centers, and we do.
Great timeout. Really smart timeout.
7:37 to play. Indians and the Eagles keep it right here during this break. Randy Rosenbaum working feverishly over on our TV side, and our producer Richard Allen over back at the radio station side. Austin Hanks doing a really good job on our camera. Avery Collier to my right. Myself, Michael Watkins, glad to have you tuned in here on WBONTV.com. We're actually streaming live on Facebook this afternoon. Beautiful day for high school football. Not a cloud in the sky. Avery, after I got off work this evening, I went home and put my swimming trunks on and went out there and laid in the sun for a few minutes. Scared my neighbors off, but they'll be okay. They'll come back. Beautiful weather, though, and I'll tell you what, it's football time.
It's football time, and we're NFL start last night.
Yeah.
Got to see Tom Terrific look terrible, but
Average.
it was a great game. It was NFL football's back, college football's back, and
here's what you've got now. You've got Monday night football, Thursday night football, high school football on Friday, college football on Saturday, and NFL on Sunday. If you're a football fan, you're in heaven right now.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
1st and 10 Eagles from the Madison Central side of the field. They're on the Indians' 48-yard line. Hugh Davis to my left, WNL Stats. Glad to have him in the booth with us. Stacy, 2 receivers on each side. He'll fake it and throw it over the middle to Zeke Benton. Benton Nice little play across the 45 and down to the 42-yard line. I tell you what, Avery, the Eagles are having their way right now. Nothing too fancy, just simple plays and picking up yards.
Yeah, and the Indians' defense has struggled this year against the pass read option that when the offense runs it. So we'll probably see a lot of that tonight.
2nd down and 4 from the 42-yard line. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. They'll give it to Smith at the middle this time. Smith runs into a defender, number 56, Jackson Jewett. But Smith packed him a couple of yards, and I believe it's going to be close to a first down. Has it at the Indians' 37, and it will be enough for a first down. The Eagles in a hurry. There we go, the fake snap again. You've got Benton and Richardson to the right, Tinsley to the left, tight end number 44. That is Seth Shepard to the right side as well, with Smith lined up behind Stacy. Stacy going to fake it to Smith, take it and step up the middle. A nice drawn-up play. And Stacy is tackled by number 21, David Rhodes, but a nice pickup, Avery, and a beautiful drawn-up play. They fake the handoff, fake the pass, and then Stacy right up the middle, and a nice hole provided by that offensive line.
Yeah, just another read pass option there. You're giving Landon Stacy, you're saying, hey, you're our senior, you're our veteran. Be responsible, and he's doing a great job making the right reads.
Up under center is Stacy. After a back-to-back first downs, 11-yard pickup on the carry, and here, handoff up the middle goes nowhere. No gain on the play. Handoff was to Zeke Benton. Donald Foster over on the Madison Southern sideline. A quick update that Zach Howard, the player that was injured on that opening drive defensively for Madison Southern, will be back in. He is okay. 2nd down and 9. They give him half a yard. 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left for Stacy. Smith is the deep back. Lined up behind him in the pistol. Now Smith moves over to the left of Stacy in the shotgun. Taking the snap, going to fake it. Pass is off the glove, off the hands of Clay Tinsley, and a good pass by Stacy. It was there, it's just incomplete.
Yeah, no, he just, I don't know if he wasn't expecting it or not, but as soon as he made his cut, hit him right off the shoulder. I mean, just couldn't even get his hands up on it.
A little bit behind him, but still you got to make that catch for your quarterback. 3rd down and 9, then you got to think it's probably 4-down territory here.
Yep.
Trips right, 1 receiver left, that's Tinsley. Smith to the right of Stacy on 2nd down and 9. They'll throw it to him. Pass is almost picked off. Man, Jeremy Cox almost hauled that one in, read that one to a T like he was in the huddle with Madison Southern, and it might have been 6 had he been able to pick that one off. Instead, 4th down, and the Eagles are going to go for it.
It's the first play that the Eagles have looked like they were trying to do just a little bit too much, and you see what the result is there. So I'm curious if they go for it or dial it back here on 4th and 9.
4th and 9, what do you do? They want to throw. Stacy being pressured out of the pocket, steps up, and he is hit hard and brought down. Levi Gaskins and number 28, Julius Dre, come in for the tackle. And that will be a turnover on downs. And Avery, you got to think, for the Eagles, it looks really good on that drive. It stalls at the 25-yard line. Indians take over. Maybe some momentum now swinging toward the Indians after a beautiful opening drive for the Eagles.
I would love to see Derek Miller play action and just throw a bomb.
Go deep here. He's got the arm.
I would just love it, because I do agree with you. I feel like they probably feel like, okay, our defense is going to be the Indians' defense. We know it is, so let's go ahead and stand up and make a play on this drive.
The Indians have it on their own 24-yard line. They send Warford in motion. Give it to him. He's got a blocker in front. That's Holberg. Gets around the edge. Warford stiff arm a couple of defenders. Tried to stay in bounds, but he's knocked out of bounds by Clay Tinsley, and a nice pickup. Going to get it across the 30 to the 32-yard line. He'll gain 8 yards, and 2nd down and 2 on the way for the Indians. So much speed. If they can get Warford and Hahn on that edge, goodbye.
Those are the 2 guys that really have that big boom playmaking ability.
Now Warford is split out wide right. Hahn wide left, 2 tight ends, and Gavin Holberg is the tailback. Holberg got the carry. Carter Smith met him right as soon as the ball was handed off. and a loss of 1 on the play. 3rd and 3 coming up. Carter Smith, that's what he can do for you. That young man is a beast, whether he's on offense or on defense.
Yeah, he just has a nose for the ball. He knows where he needs to be. He shoots gaps really well and gets downhill.
Carter Smith, very humble kid as well. I actually got to talk to him at Buffalo Wild Wings not too long ago, and this kid, he knows he's good, but he doesn't show it. He just accepts the gratitude, and this young man is a super humble kid. Excited to see what the future brings for him. Hahn in motion, handoff to Holberg, up the middle, going to be close. Second effort might have got him the first down. Across the 35-yard line, and it will be a first down. The chains will move, and a nice play call there as you fake it to Hahn on the end around and give it up to Holberg up the middle for a first down. Chains will move.
Yeah, and I love how Holberg never quits. He continues to move his legs. That second effort is what got him that first down.
4:15 to play in the first quarter. Madison Southern, Madison Central. I said it on the sports show this past Monday. These two teams very close in talent. Miller will fake the handoff. He's looking. He's going deep. And that pass is caught. What a catch as Blake Muntz hauls it in.
And Blake Muntz just a huge target. And he uses his body so well. That was on his back shoulder, but he just turns around and goes up and gets it over the defense. Huge play and catch by Blake Muntz.
23-yard completion to the 6'6" Muntz. Blake Muntz 6 foot tall, 6 inches, and that kid can go up. A nice pass, a nice connection from Miller to Muntz, and the new set of downs for the Indians. Now in Eagles territory for the first time tonight. Send Warford in motion, pitch it out to him left side. He is met and going to be knocked down for a loss of 4. Eagles again read that perfectly, and look who it is, Carter Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
And Carter Smith just does such a great job penetrating and getting to the second level of the offense.
So strong and so quick for his power.
Yeah.
It's a deadly combination if you're in offense to try and stop. They'll mark it just across the 45, so it'll be a loss of 3.5 yards. Second down and 13. Miller up under center. Warford to the right side. Chenault was the deep back. They're going to throw a quick out to Harris. He'll make the catch and get it back to the original line of scrimmage. 3 or 4 Eagles defenders were there, and Derek Miller going to run over and talk to his wide receiver and help him up. Third down and long for the Indians offense.
And now where did forward progression probably stop that?
Yeah, I thought right at the original line of scrimmage, and it was going to be just about a half yard shy. So it'll be third and a long 10 yards for the Indians. They need the 31-yard line for a first down. And again, just like the Eagles were probably in that 4-down territory here.
Getting real close.
If you pick up maybe 4 or 5 yards here, they probably for sure go for it.
Yes.
Miller under center. Almost got an Eagle defender to jump. On the long snap count, he'll fake it and then throw it or give it to Holberg. Gavin broke a tackle and then lost the football. An Indian offensive lineman picked it up, and now the Eagles say they have it. Still waiting for a signal. The Eagles sidelines say they have it, and this is where things could get real chippy. Indians are now pointing in their direction. And that is Indian football. Finally got a signal. Madison Central has it. It'll be 4th down, and looks like Madison Central going to go for it. Ball going to sit at the 35-yard line, so it'll be 4th down and 4. They need the 31-yard line for a first down. Ball was fumbled by Holberg and picked up by Warford. Nathaniel Eads caused the fumble. So 4th and 4. Do you run? Do you pass? Derek Miller going to be in the pistol with Chenault behind him. Hahn to his left. And Warford also to his right. Or roll out left side. Miller will throw on the run and almost picked off. Intended for Cody Dillon. Incomplete. It'll be a first down as the Eagles take over on the turnover on downs. And I like the play call. And I even like the pass. Miller put it where only Dillon could get it. But the pass incomplete.
Now, does it seem just – I like the touch that Miller has. It's better, but it seems like he's taking zip off of it. He's kind of floating it.
Yeah.
He still hasn't found, like, where I can still put
medium.
this much into it but I need so I'm interested to see if maybe that was just because he was rolling out, or if he can finally get in the rhythm to where he can throw that good ball.
2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Tight end Shepard moves left to right, and they hand it off to Smith. Carter tackled, will gain a yard. 2nd down and 9. Carter Smith last week on the opening drive for Madison Southern. A big, long 80-yard touchdown run that really launched the Eagles offense and their big win over Bourbon County in the Doc Sipple Bowl. 2nd down and 9, 1:13 to play in the first quarter. Still scoreless. 2 receivers on each side. Stacy in the pistol with Smith lined up behind him. Stacy will hand it off to Smith again up the middle, and again going nowhere. Maybe a yard, stood up. It's hard to bring Carter Smith down, but when you gain tackle like that, forward progress will be stopped. They'll give him the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Eagles.
Indians always do a great job in pursuit and gang tackling, having as many defensive bodies on the ball carrier as they can. Great job.
Probably be the last play of the first quarter, barring an incompletion. Your hometown clinic scoreboard reads scoreless right now. 25 seconds to play in the first period. Here's Benton in motion right to left. They'll fake it to him. Cox is held, no flag, and Shepard cannot haul the pass in. A nice hit by Humphrey to make sure he didn't catch it. It's incomplete, 4th down, and the Eagles will punt away with 16.9 of the first quarter clock, and Hahn and Snap back to return for Madison Central.
Interested to see the no-hold call there.
Yeah.
That was blatant, at least in my opinion there. Jamin Cox coming off the side might have had the opportunity to make a play on the quarterback.
Carter Smith will punt, and we've seen it before. He can, at times, take off with it. It's 4th and 7. Hahn and Snap both back deep at their own 20-yard line. Snap actually inside the 20. Smith, high snap, gets it away, and this is a booming punt. It'll roll into the hands of Hahn. Hahn will take off right side and be tackled at the 20. A nice punt by Carter Smith. No flags on the play. The Indians take over with 6 seconds to play in the first quarter. Madison Central, Madison Southern scoreless. And the Indians offense coming back out.
And just great job by both defenses. Bending just a little bit, maybe a little bit past the 30, 25 at most for the Eagles, but not breaking. So keeping that bend, no break mentality. It's been a great defensive game here in the first quarter.
Each team has had 2 drives. Each team has had 1 4th down stop. Derek Miller is 2 of 5 on the evening. He'll give it to Holberg up the middle here, and Gavin breaking tackles, hit hard. It'll be no gain. The ball came out. Warford's got it. Antoine Warford at the sideline. 40, 50, 40, and brought down the 30-yard line. What a play. Gavin Holberg was hit hard. The ball came out at the end of the play, but no signal. It'll be Madison Central football, and what a heads-up play by Antoine Warford. That will end the first quarter, and what a way to end it as the Indians pick up a huge play. They have the football in Madison Southern territory. When we come back in 1 minute, and your hometown clinic scoreboard reads Madison Central, Madison Southern scoreless. Back in 1 on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and on WBONTV.com.
Here at Batteries Unlimited, we offer a wide range of services and products. Batteries ranging from automotive to alkaline, from cell phone to golf cart to boat to bulldozer. We do on-site installation. We can fix your iPhone screens, your iPad screens. If you have a wheelchair or a scooter that needs batteries, we can certainly come to you if you're unable to bring them in the store. You can find us on the internet at batteries-unlimited.com. Feel free to give us a call at 859-353-5177, and we'll answer any needs or questions you have.
At CT Diesel Performance, they promise not to do anything to your vehicle that they wouldn't do to their own. Chris Thorne and the gang don't just work on diesel vehicles either. They also repair all auto gas vehicles and are fully serviced and ready to take on any job. Nothing is too big or too small for CT Diesel Performance. Located just off Exit 97, CT Diesel can even come get your car if you have a problem while driving down I-75. CT Diesel Performance in Richmond and at ctdiesel.us. to Madison Central High School in the last play of the first quarter. Gavin Holberg hit hard. It was a big collision, a Renfro's collision, big hit. If there's a big hit in the first half, and just like it was there, if you get hit like that, Avery, you got to take your car to a Renfro's collision at 1136 1136 Richmond Green Drive in Richmond, over there next to Coles. And Gavin Holberg looks like he's okay, going to stay in the ballgame, but that was a big hit and a heads-up play by Antoine Warford to pick it up. And what was the gain on that, Hugh Davis? 56 yards.
Yeah.
So a big.
I don't know.
It was big, whatever it was. Here is Miller going to roll out right. Got plenty of time to throw. He'll make a nice pass. Dillon dropped it, and the pass is picked up. Pass was picked off, and that right there is totally the fault of the wide receiver.
Yeah.
Derek Miller put that one on the money, and Dillon just could not haul it in. Incomplete, intercepted. And the Eagles, after a huge play by Madison Central to get them down there, Eagles take over, momentum back on their side now.
And that's huge. That's huge. I mean, that was a beautiful ball by Miller. We were saying he needed to find a happy medium. He did. Hit both of the hands in stride. You just can't drop that.
Dillon drops it. Eagles pick it up. Now the offense back out there for the Eagles. They send Shepard in motion. Stacy, and a false start is the call. Interception by the Eagles. Derek Miller now 2 of 6 on the afternoon. Who picked that off, Hugh?
Nate Eads. Nathaniel Eads.
Nathaniel Eads. He's not playing offense, but a huge impact on defense with the interception. Hugh Davis, the WL stats to our left. First and 15 now after the false start on the Eagles. Stacy in the shotgun. Sends Benton in motion right to left. He'll look right. Pass is going to be incomplete. What a defensive play by Ben Snap on Hunter Richardson. Giving up a good 4 or 5 inches, but Snap comes in and times that one perfectly to knock it away.
The beautiful part about that is when you see it on film, that wasn't even Ben Snap's coverage. No. He was dropping back in the deep thirds instead, recognized the play, immediately barreled down on the receiver, and just huge defensive play there.
3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Second down and 15. Stacy to the left side with Smith. He'll fake it and throw it right. And that's complete to Richardson, and he gains a couple of yards, but the Indians read that one well. And Avery, a lot of misdirection being applied right now by the Eagles offense. The Indians doing a good job to stay at home and bring down Richardson after a couple of yards.
That's one thing Coach Sanders does is all his players are very fundamental. Yeah. And when you come to doing stuff like that, they're more or less going to catch you in a trap than you will them.
3rd and 14. 2 receivers each way for Stacy. Carter Smith is lined up behind him in the pistol. Eagles now going right to left on your radio dial in a scoreless second quarter. Stacy going to fake the handoff, keep it himself, nowhere to go, and brought down immediately by the Cox brothers, Jeremy and Jesse. That'll be a 4th down coming up. And the Eagles will punt. Carter Smith. Carter Smith, a good punter, but Indians should wind up with pretty good field position no matter where it ends up here.
This Indians defense looks dangerous.
Yeah.
It looks dangerous right now. They look fantastic.
Ben Snap, a huge play on first down, and after the false start, Eagles had a lot of ground to make up. Smith stands about 2 yards deep in his own end zone. Ethan Hahn is back to return. The Indians are going to come after this one. Carter Smith gets it away in a beautiful punt. Hahn calls for the fair catch just inside the 50-yard line. It'll be on the side of Madison Southern, and the Indians will take over. Avery Derek Miller came out, threw a pick on his last time out, on his last pass. Let's see what the Indians do here. They'll spot it just across the 50.
I feel like Derek Miller's got to continue to have confidence in his receivers. You can't let that one drop lead into an interception. You can't let it hesitate on which read you're making and if they're open and you're getting the ball to them or not.
How about some more Blake Muntz? Went up on a big 23-yard catch in the first quarter.
And we haven't seen him since.
Indians with Miller up under center. 2 receivers sending Hahn in motion. They'll give it to him. Ethan, all kinds of speed, cuts it back. Stiff arm and a hole going to be caught and bring this one back. Tackle was made by Carter Smith. Ethan Hahn trying the stiff arm, but Smith going to be hard to keep off of you. If he gets a hand on you, I'd say 95% of the time you're going to come down.
Yep.
And the hold does bring it back. We'll see where the hold occurred.
And both teams struggling with little rinky-dink penalties.
Yeah. This has been a cleaner game than the first couple of games we saw between the Indians and the Eagles for the two teams. They'll spot that one at the 40-yard line, so back them up 10 yards, and it'll be 1st and 20 now. Derek Miller will go in the shotgun. He'll have a tight end on each side. Warford and Hahn the receivers. Chenault the running back. Miller will throw. Over the middle. Pass incomplete. Trying to hit Warford, and it's incomplete. 2nd down and 20 on the way.
And that was a good ball. I mean, it was a difficult catch to make, but it was one that definitely could have been made.
I think Warford thought he had a little bit more room and then realized where he was at and couldn't really plant and then catch that one. But a good job by Miller to put it, again, only where his guy could make the catch.
And we're seeing Blake Muntz come in here maybe looking at hitting the big fella down deep just because he can high point the ball so well.
He is matched up with number 28, Austin Hansel. Here is the handoff to Chenault up the middle, and Chenault gains a yard. Just under the 10-minute mark on the second quarter. Avery Collier, Michael Watkins, glad to have you tuned in here on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting. We are live on WBONTV.com and live on Facebook, where you can listen to us live on the radio at Y92.5 WEKY and also on 1340 AM, or over in Berea on 103.5 WKXO and 1500 AM. Miller up under center, 3rd and long. Muntz is in, spread out wide right, and the Indians will call a quick timeout, and we'll take one with them. Take a 1-minute break, listening to the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and watching us live on WBONTV.com.
There's a new clinic in your hometown. Hometown Clinic in Irvin is now accepting new patients. Dr. Goebel and Joy Puckett, APRN, along with their friendly and qualified staff, welcome patients of all ages with all types of insurance. Hometown Clinic at 101 River Drive in Irvin. Open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5. Call 606-726-0200 to make your appointment now. And remember, there's no better care than hometown care at the new Hometown Clinic.
Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. They pride themselves on being on the cutting edge of the latest dentistry technology, which helps provide the best possible patient experience. Hometown Dental has several experienced dentists who can take care of all your dental needs. Go to hometowndentalrichmond.com to learn more about the great experiences that await you at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive in Richmond. Hometown Dental, also in Stanford and Lancaster.
Welcome back into WBONTV.com and the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting. Spencer Tracy watching us on Facebook, asking anyone if Central's games will be on this Facebook page that are away games or Southern's. Answer that question after this play as Miller will throw on 3rd and long. Miller going deep. He's got a man, Hahn. God, are you kidding me? Ethan Hahn stepped in front of the defender and hauls it in. And Derek Miller displaying that arm.
Derek Miller can throw. He has a cannon. Let's not skip past the fact that he had all kinds of time back there. Great job by the offensive line. Just fires it out. Beautiful strike down deep. Ethan Hahn made a great play.
What an arm. What a catch. 45-yard hookup, and the Zeke Benton on the coverage. Hahn just saw that the ball was going to be a little bit short, cut off his route, stepped in front of the defender, and hauled it in for a huge 1st down. Under 9 minutes to play in the first. They're going to fake the handoff to Hahn, and Chenault goes nowhere. He'll lose about 3 yards. Again, Spencer Tracy asking us if anyone knows if Central's games will be live on this Facebook page. Tracy, or Spencer, if you're watching us, man, we're going to have these games. We have a schedule up on our website, WBONTV.com. We have some of Central's games, some of Madison Southern's games, and some of Estill County's games on our website already. And our Facebook Live looking like the way to go. We're glad to have you guys tuned in. A lot of people watching and listening. John Morgan Smith, Christopher Noe, Christine Smith, Teresa Clance Parsons, John Morgan Smith. Again, we're glad to have you all tuned in. And Janie Rosenbaum, the better half of Randy Rosenbaum, also watching us live on Facebook. Second down and about 13. Miller looking to throw, going to take off. Still looking, taking off. Miller showing off the legs, and he'll get it to the 10-yard line. Nice pickup, and that's a part of the game that Derek Miller doesn't really show, but we know he has that in his back pocket if he needs to take off and run.
Yeah, no, because you can't forget Derek Miller's only, 6'4", 210 pounds. He's hard to bring down, and he can move.
Got some scores coming in. We'll update those at the halftime break. Make sure to stay tuned for the Bishop's Small Engine Repair halftime show. Indians right now in the Realty World Prime Real Estate Red Zone. Make sure to check out Realty World's Adam & Associate as Miller will throw the screen pass complete to Warford, but he is brought down at the 10-yard line. On 3rd down and 6, the Indians go nowhere. And we'll see if we see Jordan Hatcher. We will. Jordan Hatcher will come in to kick it.
Kind of walking off a little slow.
Yeah, a little gingerly. Warford kind of limping off the field. He is walking off on his own power now, down to a knee and holding his right knee. Hatcher will kick it. It'll be a 27-yard field goal. Armand Altamirano will hold. Indians trying to take a lead. Hatcher puts it up. Kick is good. Madison Central strikes first with 6:39 to play in the first half. Your hometown clinic scoreboard reads Indians 3 and the Eagles scoreless. Step aside for a 1-minute commercial break and be back on the stations of volume for broadcasting. And you can watch us live on WBONTV.com.
Hi, I'm Sandy Adams with Realty World Adams & Associates. It takes great teamwork to be successful on the football field, and it takes great teamwork to get a home sold. Just as an experienced coach is the leader of a team on the field, an experienced realtor is the coach that gets you to a successful sale. If you are looking for a professional hometown realtor to get your goal accomplished, I hope you will give one of our experienced agents the opportunity to present our game plan strategy. Remember, the right agent makes all the difference in the world.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Return from deep in their own territory, and a nice return. Tobias Storm brings it out across the 25-yard line to the Eagles' 26, and they'll take over Avery. Indians with a field goal by Jordan Hatcher, a 27-yard. And 3-0 score, Madison Central on top. We knew this game would be close, and it has turned out to be just that. 6.5 to play in the first half, and the Indians coming back out defensively. Landon Stacy out there when the Eagles offense. Carter Smith lined up behind him in the pistol. Shepard to the left, the tight end position, and 3 receivers out there. That sends Shepard left to right. And a false start.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. It's really not. You're behind the sticks already. Just you haven't even snapped the ball once as an offense, and you're already behind the sticks. So kind of shrinks your playbook just a tad bit.
Second straight drive that's happened for the Eagles. Last time they went 3 and out. This time it's now 1st and 15 at their own 22-yard line. Stacy in the pistol. He'll have 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. And it kind of shortens your playbook when you have to go it on 1st and 15.
Yep.
Complete Smith to the right in the shotgun now. Stacy looking, being pressured, and he's going to be brought down off the edge. Tackle made by Daniel Baker, and a flag comes in, and I believe that's against the Eagles.
And the ref was quick to throw that flag.
We'll see what the flag is, but we believe it is a personal foul. And it is against the Eagles. So back them up 15 yards, and Eagles going the wrong way. It'll be 2nd down and a country mile as they spot the ball at the Madison Southern 10-yard line.
And Nathaniel Eads on offense.
2nd down and 27. And Eads, for the first time tonight, coming in offensively. We'll see if the injury that's plagued him and kept him on defense thus far bothers him here on this drive offensively. But you got to have your best weapons in there, down 3-0. Stacy in deep in his own territory on 2nd down and 27 yards to go. Sends a man in motion. Stacy going to give it to him. That's Richardson. And a nice job as number 29 for the Indians, Denton Witt, steps in, and he clogged up the hole. Nowhere to go for Richardson, but he does get it across the 10 up to the 14-yard line. Gain of 4. The unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on number 52, Dane Jackson, the offensive lineman. 2nd down and 23 after a gain of 4. Or 3rd down and 23, excuse me. 5.5 to play in the first half. Stacy, one receiver left, 2 receivers right. Tight end lined up to the right side as well. They send a man in motion, and it'll be another false start or timeout.
Timeout.
Timeout, Eagles. They trail 3-0, 3rd down and long when we come back. Back in 1 minute on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and on WBONTV.com.
There's a lot of what ifs in life, you know, but you got no worries if you know where to go. To shelter in place, that's what I mean. Get people indoors, don't leave the scene. Turn off all the air systems in your place. Find a windowless room, there's no time to waste. Take a TV or radio with you too, so you can keep track of important news. This is good advice no matter where you're from. Find out more at prepareky.com.
Kentucky has lots of counties and miles of roads. And in every county, there's a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent looking out for folks when they're on the road. When you're in Kentucky, you're never far away from Kentucky's own property and casualty insurer.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Looking for
3rd and long for the Eagles. Stacy, they run the screen pass, complete to Richardson, and he will not pick up the yardage needed. Still about 4th and 15 for Madison Southern. They will have to punt. And the Indians, holding a 3-0 lead, will drop back. Ethan Hahn and Ben Snap back to return, and Carter Smith has been excellent thus far with the punts for the Eagles.
The Indians continuing to keep good field position in this game.
Smith's done a good job of punting, but he's been pinned back deep in his own territory to punt it the last 3 times. 4:45 to play in the first half. Indians 3, Eagles nothing. Smith standing back at his own 5-yard line. Indians get good penetration. This time not a good punt. That one out of bounds at the
not even the original
27-yard line.
I mean, didn't even make it back to the original line of
wow.
scrimmage.
And we've got a player down for Madison Central. Looks like number 53, Blake Hammonds. And
it's
they are
Cox.
calling for a lot of help. 43. Is it 43?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Cox. And it's a right elbow injury, it looks like. And they are calling for some help. That is a big piece, as Jeremy Cox is actually the punter for Madison Central.
Jesse, his brothers, just took his helmet off beside him.
Indians hollering down at the end of their sideline. Everyone looking around, and I believe it might be pretty serious for number 43, Jeremy Cox. And he was walking this way, Avery, and then fell down in serious pain. Another trainer for Southern has come on.
Donald Foster, he may have
broke his arm. Yeah, we don't want to speculate, but coming in from the sideline, Donald Foster over there on the Southern sideline saying that possibly a broken bone for Jeremy Cox. And yeah, they are going to get the ambulance out for him. That's a big-time player for Madison Central. This young man is tough as nails, though. He is up on 2 feet. Going to walk off, hold that right arm to his side. Tough young kid, and I'd probably be crying, Avery. That'd probably come my mom come out there to me, but glad to see him walking off. Madison Southern, Madison Central. We are in the first half. 4:32 to play. And Jeremy Cox is going to walk over here to the Indian sideline, and the ambulance is over there. We're going to ice him up, and I don't know if we'll see him back out there tonight. I would assume not so. Maybe some kind of dislocation, but hopefully we get to see Jeremy Cox back out there at some point this season. Hopefully he's okay. Now, offense back out there for the Indians. They'll take over. Again, excellent field position to begin this drive at the Eagles' 27-yard line. Derek Miller going to start the drive. In the shotgun, he'll have Gavin Holberg behind him. 2 receivers each way. Ethan Hahn in motion. They give it to Hahn. Ethan, good blocking up front. Hahn, burst of speed down the sideline and knocked out of bounds by number 3, Jordan Castile. It'll be a first down. This Indian offense starting to look like they know what they're doing, Avery. A nice play. And Hahn, you can see it there, the burst of speed he had. He was kind of going in 3rd gear. They kicked it up into 5th gear and took off down that right sideline.
Yeah, that speed that he has allowed him to get to the edge and beat the defense there and just turn it up off to the races. Defense had a good angle.
So it will be first down for Madison Central. They can still pick up another first down. Live from Madison Central High School. Glad to have you tuned in. Miller up under center. Hand off to Holberg. Up the middle. Gavin spinning around, bouncing off defenders and inside the 10-yard line. Going to mark him at the 7. A nice pickup of 6 yards. 2nd down and 4 on the way. Tackle made by number 61. Daniel Cobb. Said his name a few times tonight. He's a big piece of the defensive side of the football for Madison Southern.
And Holberg just does such a great job running after contact.
Blake Muntz checking back in. Do we see maybe a fade route? Muntz, nice size. Derek Miller has already showed the ability to hook up with him once for a 23-yard catch.
And we know Muntz can get off the ground. Yep. He can get up and get it.
6'6" is Blake Muntz.
Looks like they're press coverage on Blake Muntz, so they're going to be very physical on him up at the line of scrimmage.
Delay of game call against the Indians, so that'll back them up 5. 3:33 to play. Just took too much time getting out of the huddle. And delay of game will back them up 5 yards to the, looks like the 13-yard line. Paul Lawrence Dunbar on top of Tates Creek in the first half, 21-0. Had an interesting score. Frederick Douglass and Lafayette were tied at 7 in the first half. Now it's 15-7, Douglass on top. That one also still in the first half. Miller will throw. Going to go to the fade pattern, and that one incomplete. Miller got hit as he let that one go, and it actually wound up being short, was more in the range of Antoine Warford, who was on the same side of the field as Blake Muntz.
Yeah, and it looks like as soon as he was about to release, Carter Smith
barreling
providing
down.
Great pressure.
But I like being right. I called the fade, and it was there. That was the play call.
It was.
I'm not right very often. My wife can attest to that, but and Samantha Burford with her 2 cents being thrown in. Appreciate that, Samantha. Samantha will have John Clark and Mark Centers at halftime. Stay tuned for that. 3rd down and 10. Miller looking to throw. He's going deep. The end of the end zone. Caught! Evan Harris hauls it in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Indians!
And Evan Harris doing a great job using his body, just going up higher than the defender that time, pinpointing it, coming down with a great hand strength. Just great ball by Derek Miller.
If Derek Miller plays this way the rest of the year, look out. Class 6A football, because the Indians have everything else. They've got good running backs. They've got good speed. And don't forget about that awesome defense. If Derek Miller can play good and play consistent, the Indians could be scary down the road.
Yeah, no, they really can.
And now Jordan Hatcher after the swinging gate formation on the extra point. And they'll swing it right, and Hatcher will come on to tack on the extra point and make this a 10-0 lead. 3:07 to play in the first half. Indians looking for one more. Altamirano will hold. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is good as well. 10-0 Indians. We'll take a short 1-minute commercial break and be back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and live on WBONTV.com.
Looking for that friendly, family-owned pharmacy? Then look no further than Madison Drug in Richmond. We take the time to get to know our customers, and we're always available to answer your questions. Our goal is to serve you quickly, and you can count on us for all your prescriptions, immunizations, and free delivery for your convenience. All major insurance plans are always accepted. If you're tired of long lines and impersonal treatment at the chain stores, come see Charles at Madison Drug. Madison Drug and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
There's a furry friend who's counting on you to keep him safe and know what to do. When emergencies come, you've got to be ready. Have a pet kit prepared for Fido and Kitty. The best kind have food and water and treats. Medications and bedding are mighty sweet. They'll need toys, a brush, a litter box too. Plan ahead to take care of your furry crew. This is good advice no matter where you're from. Find out more at prepareky.com.
3:07 to play. Kickoff going to be returned by Zeke Benton inside the 10. Benton up the middle has got good return, hit hard, and brought down number 23, Chenault, delivering the Renfro's collision. Big hit of the game. If you get hit like that, take your vehicle to Renfro's at 1136 Richmond Green Drive over in Richmond. And I want to say a special thank you to everybody watching on Facebook. Patty Etherington says she loved being able to watch in the comfort of her own home. Thanks for watching, Patty. Also, David Quinn watching us live. Larry Frakes. What's up, Larry? Glad to have you tuned in as well. Madison Central on defense after a 10-0 lead. Stacy going to fake the pass. Going to throw a quick screen to Carter Smith. And right there to meet him is Jackson Jewett. Immediately brought down, loss of a yard on the play.
And this Indians defense, it's lethal. It has gotten to the point to where the Eagles looked great on the first drive, but that was just the filling out process for this Indians defense because they have allowed nothing since that initial drive.
Big tackle made by Jewett. 2:30 to play in the first half. Stacy, 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Down 10-0. Landon going to fake the handoff again. Daniel Baker on the prowl. Indians trying to get to him, and they will. Baker and number 28, Julius Dre, combined for the sack, a loss of 4. And again, the Eagles going the wrong way offensively. They've been going backward on their last 3 drives.
I don't think they've had positive yardage on the last 3 drives combined.
And Avery, the scary thing is, on that opening drive, they looked so good offensively. And we said it, when that drive stalled, it gave the Indians momentum, and they've got it all right now on their side. Minute 45 to play. Eagles want to be careful here. You don't want to give the Indians another chance to score before the break. Stacy will throw. Looking. Steps up. Brought down. Sacked again.
And Stacy has no time whatsoever. When he drops back in the pocket. He has less time when they roll him outside of the pocket as well. So great pressure provided by the Indians front 4.
Aki Hari and Levi Gaskins were there for the tackle. And the Indians call a timeout to stop the clock, and rightfully so. Minute 23 to play. Indians have used all their timeouts, however. So no more timeouts. And Avery, you're barring a nice return here. We'll see what the Indians do. May try to go for a deep play on first down. If you don't get it, maybe just hand it off, run this clock down, and take a 10-0 lead into the half. The Eagles won the toss, elected to the third, so they will get the ball back in the start the second half. Question is, will they be down 10 or more when the second half begins?
I think you'll see maybe one shot deep, just like you said. But Coach Centers is very smart. He understands the game, rest versus reward. The defense playing how they're playing, we might not even see one shot down deep, honestly, just because they're now going up 10 points into the second half at least. You would assume that would be worst case scenario.
Stay tuned for the Richmond Tourism halftime interview. Going to have Coach Mark Centers and Coach John Clark as they come off the field at halftime. Samantha Burford down there in her red shirt. Snap and Hahn back to return. Carter Smith, after a bad punt the last time, trying to get a good one this time, and he does. Man, end over end. Hahn will fair catch it, go down to a knee at the 38-yard line, and Indians take over again. Good field position to start this drive. Avery, we'll see what the Indians do here. You've got 1:15 on the clock. But the same thing is, you don't want to be too careless with it and allow the Eagles to maybe get a cheap score at the end of the half.
Yeah, I think we'll see a conservative Indians offense this drive, which in my opinion is probably the better option. You have playmakers on the ground like Warford and Hahn who could possibly break a toss play to the outside deep. So just stick with that. Take your lead into halftime.
Miller going to go up under center, send Hahn in motion. He'll give it to Holberg up the middle. Gavin trying to make a play. He'll gain a couple of yards. He did across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And he'll gain 3. Second down and 7 on the way. And Avery, you are right. They're going to kind of just play it coy, play it safe, and not try to risk a deep play here. Update on number 8, Zachary Howard from Madison Southern. He is now out for the rest of the game. And Henry Clay at the half on top of Pulaski Southwestern, 6-0. 40 seconds to play. Miller in the shotgun. He'll send Warford in motion. They'll give it to him. Antoine's got blockers up front. Warford breaking a big play. Got a first down. Across the 50. And now the clock will stop as the chains get set. Now, Avery, do you maybe go deep here one time? I mean, you got 27 seconds. If you don't connect, you can run the ball out, and there's our man.
As you're saying that, Blake Muntz comes onto the field. That's the deep guy I want to target with 27 seconds left. You know Derek Miller can get the ball to the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the crazy thing. In a high school football game, we're standing at the 50. He would have no issue getting that ball there in the air.
Going to pitch it out to Holberg. Keep it on the ground. Gavin slips and tripped up by Nathaniel Leeds. And that might be the last play of the half. Indians 10, Eagles nothing.
Maybe you see one here. As time expires, just give it a shot.
And I believe Madison Central, and they will. Indians going to take a 10-0 lead into the break. And we'll try to find Samantha Burford down on the sideline. Mark Centers and Coach Clark for your Richmond Tourism halftime interview. Samantha Burford with Coach Mark Centers.
All right, Coach, give us your overall thoughts. You guys have played offensively extremely well, nice and patient throughout this entire game.
I appreciate the compliment. I'm not sure we have played extremely well, but we're moving the ball. We're playing some pretty good defense. It's a tough game. They're a good football team.
Give us your update on Cox, the punter.
Not for sure. Right now, it was a dislocated elbow on the field, so we'll see. Dr. Huff, thank goodness he's here, so we'll see.
You guys definitely have the momentum going into the second half.
We're going to have to keep it because we're kicking away, and they've got the ball first. We better do something.
All right, good luck, Coach.
See if Samantha can find John Clark. I think Coach Clark already in the locker room, so not going to be able to get him. We'll try to get him when they come back out. It is at the half. Madison Central 10, Madison Southern nothing. Stay tuned for your Bishop's Small Engine Repair halftime show at Bishop's. The variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Visit bishopsmallenginerepair.com and search all latest brands available at Bishop's on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. Take a short commercial break and be back in 3 minutes on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and on WBONTV.com.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County. Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Computex, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
New Silverados cost less at Jack Burford Chevrolet. We have rugged ones, we have stock shiny ones, we sell pretty ones. And we have Silverados for the fan in all of us. And Chevy trucks are just as smart as they are strong, offering Chevrolet MyLink, wireless charging, and 4G LTE Wi-Fi. Check out our new truck inventory online at jackburford.com. Jack Burford Chevrolet, where Chevys cost less.
Readers of the Richmond Register, keep voting Apollo Pizza the best pizza in Madison County. Why? Because Apollo Pizza is delicious, that's why. But Apollo serves more than delicious handmade pizza. Mixed green salads, hot subs, and hoagies, boneless wings, and amazing baked pasta. Dine in at 228 South 2nd Street or get carry-out and delivery in northern Madison County at 3325 Colonel Road. After the game or anytime, visit Madison County's home for handmade pizza for over 30 years, Apollo Pizza.
Since 1996, Renfro's Collision has been one of Central Kentucky's most trusted collision repair facilities, handling everything from small dings and dents to major collision damage. And now, with a very ultra-modern facility equipped with the latest technology and staffed with I-CAR Gold certified technicians, Renfro's accepts insurance from all companies and works for you, not them. So the next time you need collision repair, choose Renfro's. We've got the training, reputation, and the equipment to repair your vehicle properly and to protect your family should another accident occur.
Visit Richmond, Kentucky. Stay overnight, stay 2 nights, or a whole week. Plenty to do, plenty of room. Make Richmond your base camp for the greatest sights in Central Kentucky. Find out more. Visit RichmondKYTourism.com or download the Richmond Tourism app.
If you're a guy or gal that likes to ride free and play hard, then you need to stop by Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling. Gateway Cycles has the largest showroom in Central Kentucky, full of all kinds of motorcycles, ATVs, dirt bikes, and side-by-sides, from street to sport, blacktop to gravel, and woods to the mud trails, and youth to adult at the best prices, friendly sales staff, and certified factory service department. Gateway has it all. If you're looking for the largest selection, head to Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or at gatewaycycles.com.
Your Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime show, guys, at Bishop's. The variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Visit bishopsmallenginerepair.com and search all latest brands at Bishop's on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. And Avery Collier, a good first half. You know, it was kind of not pretty for either team. Some big plays from Madison Central in the passing game really got them going offensively. Had the big touchdown pass to Harris, the nice completion to Ethan Hahn, the 49-yarder, and then you had the nice pass to Blake Muntz early in the first quarter as well. Derek Miller seems like he is starting to settle down in that quarterback position, which could be really big for Madison Central, not only in the rest of this football game, but throughout the year as well.
That's what I've said from game one when we watched Derek Miller, and he was 1 for 8, and we were both still raving over him. If Derek Miller can get this figured out, this team is going to be dangerous, and that seems to be the case. He's starting to locate the ball a lot better. That end zone pass to Evan Harris, he put it up there to where only the grown man could go up and get it, and Evan Harris, being a good athlete, was able to pull that down. So did a great job in placements and hasn't thrown the ball in any places that have been dangerous. That first few games, we were saying it would be impressive because he would throw the ball 45 yards and it was perfect, but there was 2 defenders there as well. So great play by him offensively.
One thing that we said in the pregame was that whichever quarterback played better, his team would be the better team and probably come out with a victory. Obviously, in the first half, Derek Miller maybe not played better, but his stats looked better than Landon Stacy's in the first half. Stacy looked okay in that first half. We'll get to his stats here in just a moment. But for the Eagles, on their last 4 drives, a combined 2 yards.
2 yards. So, and I said, I don't even think they've been positive.
No.
And we were told, they barely got that back to positive on the past 4 yards. or 4 possessions. You just can't do that. When you're playing a game of this magnitude where both teams are fired up and wanting to play, you can't spot the opponent 10 points because those 4 possessions were just wasted. And if you remember, 2 of them started off with penalties, 2 false start penalties to pin them deep in their own territory.
One of the best bands in the state currently on the field right now playing, getting ready for their routine during the halftime show. And we're glad to have you tuned in, guys. We're on the stations of Falling for Broadcasting on 1340 AM WEKY and on the all-new 192.5 FM WEKY. And we're also on 103.5 WKXO in Berea and 1500 AM WKXO in Berea. And if you're watching us live, you can find us live on our website, WBONTV.com. Or if you're watching us live on Facebook, make sure to hit like, make sure to click that share button. And for all those people that are watching, a huge thank you for watching and being part of this huge football game. And if you want to see a schedule of what upcoming games we're going to have for you, you can check that out on WBONTV.com. And keep in mind that all of our games are going to be on radio, but we have a select few games for each school: Madison Central, Madison Southern, and we also cover Estill County as well. Those games are on our website. You can check those out at WBONTV.com. Now, it is time for the White & Associates CPA's accounting of the stats. You can visit White & Associates PSC.com to find out more about what White & Associates CPAs can do for you. In the first half, the Indians lead it 10-0. Madison Central with 8 first downs, Madison Southern with 4. Total offense, the Eagles ran 24 plays, but only picked up 55 yards, whereas Madison Central ran 28 plays and picked up 205 yards. Turnovers, neither team with any fumbles. Of course, the Indians did have the 1 interception that had no return. Punts thus far, the Eagles have punted it 4 times for an average of 32.5 yards. The Indians punted it 1 time for 31 yards. Third down conversions, the Eagles are 1 of 6. Madison Central 3 of 6. Both teams are 0 of 1 on 4th down. Time of possession, Madison Southern has had the football for 11 minutes and 26 seconds. The Indians have had it for 12 minutes and 34 seconds. And Madison Central got into the Realty World prime real estate twice and scored both times. So, Avery, really, Madison Central has not dominated, but the scoreboard still reads them 10 and Madison Southern nothing.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think Madison Central has been pretty dominant in this first half, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, when you look at the number of plays, 24 for the Eagles, only 55 yards. The defense has been dominant.
The defense, yes. The defense has done a phenomenal job, not only keeping them to short yardage, but a short amount of plays. Very, very few plays ran offensively for the Eagles, wanting to do more and be more productive, but the Indians didn't allow them to get anything started. We already mentioned 2 drives starting with penalties. But just low first down plays, you know, it's been 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10, 2nd and 7 at best for the Eagles, and you got to start playing ahead of the sticks.
We're glad to have you tuned in on the Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime. So we're going to take a short 3-minute commercial break. When we come back, we will run down the individual stats for each team. At the half, it's Madison Central 10 and Madison Southern nothing. Step aside for a 3-minute break and be back on the stations of Falling for Broadcasting and on WBONTV.com.
Here at Batteries Unlimited, we offer a wide range of services and products. Batteries range from automotive to alkaline, from cell phone to golf cart to boat to bulldozer. We do on-site installation. We can fix your iPhone screens, your iPad screens. If you have a wheelchair or a scooter that needs batteries, we can certainly come to you if you're unable to bring them in the store. You can find us on the internet at batteries-unlimited.com. Feel free to give us a call at 859-353-5177 and we'll answer any needs or questions you have.
At CT Diesel Performance, they promise not to do anything to your vehicle that they wouldn't do to their own. Chris Thorne and the gang don't just work on diesel vehicles either. They also repair all auto gas vehicles and are fully serviced and ready to take on any job. Nothing is too big or too small for CT Diesel Performance. Located just off Exit 97, CT Diesel can even come get your car if you have a problem while driving down I-75. CT Diesel Performance in Richmond and at ctdiesel.us.
There's a new clinic in your hometown. Hometown Clinic in Irvin is now accepting new patients. Dr. Goebel and Joy Puckett, APRN, along with their friendly and qualified staff, welcome patients of all ages with all types of insurance. Hometown Clinic at 101 River Drive in Irvin. Open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5. Call 606-726-0200 to make your appointment now. And remember, there's no better care than hometown care at the new Hometown Clinic.
Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. They pride themselves on being on the cutting edge of the latest dentistry technology, which helps provide the best possible patient experience. Hometown Dental has several experienced dentists who can take care of all your dental needs. Go to hometowndentalrichmond.com to learn more about the great experiences that await you at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive in Richmond. Hometown Dental, also in Stanford and Lancaster.
Hi, I'm Sandy Adams with Realty Royal Adams & Associates. It takes great teamwork to be successful on the football field, and it takes great teamwork to get a home sold. Just as an experienced coach is the leader of a team on the field, an experienced realtor is the coach that gets you to a successful sale. If you are looking for a professional hometown realtor to get your goal accomplished, I hope you will give one of our experienced agents the opportunity to present our game plan strategy. Remember, the right agent makes all the difference in the world.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Welcome back to your Bishop's Small Engine Repair halftime show at Bishop's. The variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Visit bishopsmallenginerepair.com and search all the latest brands available at Bishop's on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. And guys, if you're watching us on Facebook or on our website, WBONTV.com, make sure to go by and say thank you to all of our great sponsors. Obviously, CT Diesel Performance, Renfro's Collision, Realty World, Hometown Dental, Hometown Clinic, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Bishop's Small Engine Repair, whoever they are, make sure to go by and say thank you for being a sponsor of local high school sports. And thanks for watching us this evening. We've had a good game thus far, a 10-0 score at halftime, and now time to run down the halftime stats individually for the Eagles of Madison Southern. Actually, Samantha, I believe, has rounded up Coach John Clark. We'll find him and get her ready. Then we'll come back and then do the stats that way. We'll find Samantha and get John Clark for the halftime interview brought to you by Richmond Tourism. She's already spoken with Mark Centers, and Coach Centers has a 10-0 lead, Avery, but he said in his interview he really wasn't happy with his team yet. Yeah. Knows that this Eagles team can score 10 points just like that.
Yeah, he said we need to keep the momentum. Yeah. So I think he understands that even though we have put ourselves in a good position here, up 10-0, we still need to make sure we're executing on everything, including the little things, to keep this game on their side.
Samantha waiting on Coach Clark to come out of the locker room. Just sent me a text that she's got him and getting ready to find him, bring him over our way. Samantha Burford and John Clark, and we'll send it down to her.
Coach, give us your overall thoughts on this game.
They have 10, we have nothing. I mean, we're stalling, obviously, offensively. And we have a lot of young guys on the O-line. I mean, we lose our best lineman. It's obviously showing. We've had some things in the past game. We just can't get the ball off because we're not doing some things up front right. Run game's tough to find right now. Defensively, we're doing some good things. We just missed a tackle here and there. We got to get our defense off the field.
A few small penalties.
Yeah, I mean, that's sophomores. I mean, we've got 7 sophomores playing. You know, you're going to have penalties, unfortunately.
Any thoughts that you've changed going into the second half?
I wish I could change the mindset of that, you know, when you play Madison Central, you got to give up to Madison Central because they're Madison Central. You know, they put their pants on like we do. I just got to convince those kids that.
All right, good luck, Coach.
That's Samantha Burford with John Clark on your Richmond Tourism halftime interview. And I like what he said, Avery. It's like that old saying. I mean, the Indians are 5-2 against Madison Southern, but still, you got that mindset that it's Madison Central. We're not supposed to beat this team. Yeah. You got to change that mindset. It's a 10-0 ball game. If you don't, this game could get away from you in the second half.
Yeah, if you're going into the second half with that mindset, only down 10 points, a lot can happen.
Yeah.
10 points, yeah, of course, you don't want to be down 10 points, but that's not some insurmountable lead that you can't change the tide of this game. You're getting the ball coming out of the gate. Your mentality should be, all right, let's put up a score, let's get a stop, ball game. We're right there.
Yeah. Right down the individual stats real quick for you. Carter Smith, 5 carries, 14 yards.